So all in all, I really did enjoy my first playthrough of Biomutant. For the good things totally outweighed anything negative, and it's everything I've really wanted in the game so far. How's it going? We're doing a brief video today because I couldn't get any gameplay recorded using my capture card, and it's something I know I'll get fixed. I've streamed in the past and I've managed to figure some things out, but it was just I wanted to get some time on Biomutant, so I ended up not recording any of my gameplay. I got a screenshot, it's the thumbnail on the video. If you don't want to know anything about the game, I would recommend clicking away from this video. I'm going to touch on some small spoilers, nothing really story-ended, a few gameplay mechanic things that were a little disappointing but could turn around in the future. I am only an hour and a half into the game, so I'm expecting some things to change. The first annoyance I discovered was the loot boxes. Throughout the beginning of the game, you're going to encounter some loot boxes and some that you may spot from across a room, and you're like, alright, let me acrobat my way across this to get to that loot box. This is something I get excited for as someone that likes to look around for hidden items or a little advantage that not the average person is going to walk right by. I'm always checking every nook and cranny. So when I discovered that every loot box that I've looted so far only contains medical equipment, I was a bit disappointed to see. This being said, I don't think that it's going to be like this forever. I've seen so many gameplays where they open up a loot box and you get a toilet cleaner, or you get an attachment for your weapon, or a piece of armor. So I really think that it's just early game where I'm only encountering medical equipment, and hopefully I'm going to need to use it because that's all I've gotten and I'm trying to search like everything. Another little annoyance I had was the narrator of there's a yin and a yang, almost spirit animals. One of them's you're like on the right shoulder the good one of them's the left shoulder the bad one. I chose the side of good, and I just couldn't get with that narrator. It's not necessarily anything bad, it's just my opinion. I didn't really like how that narrator sounded, but she's not in the game too often, and the side of evil sounded way cooler to me, but I'm still sticking with good. Another con I discovered was just sort of the intro to the game felt a little bit dragged on. I was trying to stay with it, stay engaged in the story, but it just wasn't hooking me in. And I want to say before I bought Biomutant, I wasn't expecting to be engaged too much in the story, so for what it was okay. I just thought that some of the moments where I wanted to hear what they had to say, they just talked so slowly. I was like, alright, get to the point here, because I kind of wanted to hear the characters say what they had to say rather than read it myself, skip the next line, read it myself. So I let them speak, and for that reason it really dragged on a bit. But for the story reasons, everything I really would have wanted out of Biomutant has come to me so far, and I'm an hour and a half into the game again. Some of the things I loved about the game was the character creator was just everything I thought it would be and more. I really enjoyed how the combat system worked. There's moves and there's names for moves. When you get skill points, you can attribute them to your class. You can attribute them to your psi powers or bio powers. All that was great. Being able to just sprint on all fours really at any given time is fantastic. Drowning at almost 5 seconds in the water is something I kind of saw coming, and it's true. I died and I barely tried to cross a body of water, so I'm looking forward to getting some water mounts or a possible advantage to traversing the water. I love that you can customize so many aspects of your character, and when I went to my first tribe, I was able to speak to 3 different vendors, one selling weapons, one selling armor, one selling melee weapons, and I could have even missed another one. I even was able to find a person that kind of showed me a hidden location that I'm going to have to take a look at whenever I get back on for my second playthrough. So all in all, I really did enjoy my first playthrough of Biomutant. For the good things totally outweighed anything negative, and It's everything I've really wanted in the game so far. The only one thing that I've been just thinking about is those loot boxes only containing medical equipment, but as I said before, I do believe that as I progress throughout the game, those loot boxes are going to be filled with a little bit more interesting items. I also am wondering, is every playthrough have a different drops in different crates, or are they all the same throughout? Something I'd love to know. If you know the answer to it, drop it in the comments. For now, it's going to be the end of this video. I apologize for it being a bit bland. I'll try to throw some gameplay up there if I can. And I hope you all enjoy. I will see you on the next video, and I'm really crossing my fingers that I do get to show you some of my gameplay as well. With that, see you on the next video. Peace.